So basically yesterday I was working with the blue ink, which it's really fun to work with color ink. What's important today is I have my gray wash now, so I can finally start working on legitimate gradients. So I'm gonna get started on that today. Okay, so here's what I got with the gray wash. These were the two that I did with just black ink and not gray wash. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I want to do a border and then shade out to the border, but I think I'm gonna take a break right now. I think what I'm mostly struggling with is trying to keep it the same tone while like going from the gradient. Like you see how up here there's some streaks in there, and then there's this one right here. So I'm also gonna watch a few videos to try and figure out how I can make that look better too. This is what I ended up with yesterday. I had to stop because some things came up, so I had to stop, and I think I'm just gonna continue it right now. I need to remind myself that pig skin is hard to work with and it's not gonna be perfect. Nothing is perfect. I am pretty happy with this, so I'm going to take the latest 9 round shader, and fill in from the edges into the gradient. The one I was doing earlier down here, I went back in to fill in the lines and it doesn't look good. So I just kept on watching stuff, trying to figure out how can I do this, and that's when I did this one. And I realized that the mag that I was using, which I don't even remember what this one is, maybe 13, was just way too small for these. So I adjusted this like an inch wide for both sides, and then I think 6 inches down, and it was much easier to get a way more smooth patch. And then I went in with the 9 round shader and filled in the edges. The result is this. The light's a bit bright, but yeah, I like both of these and am pretty confident. What I'm gonna do is just more line work with a thin needle and probably do that moth. What I have found is if I do any kind of exercises with the tattoo machine for like 40 minutes and up, like today how I just went straight into shading, I end up getting a lot better at my line work because I'm more used to having the machine in my hand at that point. I think I'm getting pretty confident in knowing how to get to the steps to begin developing getting better. So here's what I did. This is my very first attempt at any kind of color gradient. Like, I have not really touched color except for once. And I think it is really fun to work with color, but what I'm noticing is that the colors are actually a lot darker than they seem to when they go onto the skin. So yeah, I made that pretty dark. I think I'm gonna try again and do it much bigger. So I have no idea why, but my time lapses did not save, and I know I pressed record, so I don't know what's up, but they didn't save, and I'm really sad about that because I was able to get these two. This one was based off a video from Daniel Yuck, and I saw him do like different colors on leaves and going from dark to light. So I followed his video and his leaf design, which I got from that video, and I'm actually pretty proud of this. I really like how it looks and the textures that came out on it. I think I used a 3 round liner, and I had to mix the greens because my ink didn't come with green, so I did a dark blue and yellow and a light blue and yellow, and that's how I got those colors, which gave me this. And I do really like how it came out. Obviously, because it's fake skin, it doesn't blend as well or give you the same kind of saturation that real skin would give. And then today, this was from a different YouTuber who I'll put on the screen, and it was trying to do like a rainbow color blend or color gradient, I don't really like how it turned out because it is really hard to get these colors onto the fake skin. So I think I'm gonna try that again maybe later. And right now I'm gonna try to do this. Hopefully my video is gonna work, but I don't know, so you might see the process or I might just come back, so we'll see. Okay, so it's like nowhere near perfect, but I do think it's a lot better than my first attempt here. As you can see, it's definitely much better.